the U.S. President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has reached a deal Sunday to raise the debt ceiling. And the deal will now go to the Congress for a vote before the new June 5th deadline. Is it time to take a deep breath or to relax? Why the U.S. debt ceiling crisis is important not just for Americans but for the world?
I mean, indeed, it's another source of worry for the markets, which has now been taken a little bit away. We're still waiting for the Congress to vote. We think it's a formality. But of course, nobody wants, the largest economy and the country that prints the world's reserve currency to default on its obligations. Some of the biggest economies in the world are the biggest lenders to the United States. Japan is the biggest lender, over $1 trillion it holds in U.S. treasuries. Then comes China, the UK, and other countries. So of course it is very important for the world that there isn't such a default, because the consequences could be huge, especially for the emerging markets, for the financial system in general, if there is such an unprecedented situation where the U.S. defaults on its obligations, even if it is technically.
Yes. In the Middle East, especially the GCC region, the main export is energy products, and the main revenue is U.S. dollars. A lot of GCC countries, they keep their currency tagged to U.S. dollars.
Indeed.
And how a U.S. debt ceiling crisis will affect the Middle East energy market?
I mean, if now it has been averted, but if there is an escalation, or if there was a default, for sure this will have an impact. It will have impact on the U.S. dollar, and most importantly for the oil market, it is the outlook for demand. If there is such a financial crisis which starts in the U.S., then outlook for demand will be affected gravely, and that of course will affect demand on oil. So we would probably see oil prices go much lower, and if the dollar even goes also lower, this will also affect economies which have their currency pegged to the dollar. The purchasing power of those economies will be diminished.